Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Smith here, the Amputee Canoer, about to set sail on my Viking ship here. We're at Moss Lake, which is a lake that's owned by Gainesville, Texas, and it's a lake that I've always known about. I've come out here on occasion, but never really gone and explored much in the canoe. It's a big lake, so I'm just gonna stay close to the shore, and we're gonna just kind of go around the lake. Probably not around the whole lake because it's huge, but as far as I feel comfortable going, and then I'll come back. And so I'm just gonna let y'all come along and enjoy it. We're probably not gonna talk a whole lot, or I'm not gonna talk a whole lot, just gonna look around, you know, because I'm gonna see it from a perspective that I've never seen it from before. In the past, I've come with friends and just, you know, been out in the middle of the lake on ski boats and skiing and kneeboarding, but today's just it should be a pretty calm canoe trip. Okay, so let's go and explore. So in my canoe, I put the things I need. I've got a paddle, I've got my life vest, and I've got this towel that I'm just gonna sit on here. I'm not gonna sit on the seats. If there were two people, then we would sit on the seats to balance out the weight, but since there's just one, just me, I'm sitting in the middle right here. All right, let's go. I'm gonna take my leg apart so I don't get stuck under this seat if it tips over. I'll be able to get out real fast and swim. All right, so I just got to push off and we will go. Push off from the shore. All right. Yeah. We are getting into the water. All right, there we are. Yeah. Little shit. There we are. All right. We are off. Bye-bye Gainesville Public Beach. Hello, Public Lake. All right. Got some geese over here to our right, up there by that brush pile. Yeah, it's a little choppy, but that's okay. It's not too bad. Hello geese, got a wild Canadian goose and some domesticated geese right there. It's not as choppy on that side. The wind, you know, it's coming from that direction, so we're in the choppiest area right now. But if we can make it to the other side, I don't want to just go straight across. I want to stick close to the shoreline, but we might ultimately make it over there. And it won't be so turbulent. Ha ha ha. Nice little beach, little private beach right there. Kind of noisy seawall there. Those waves go into the cracks between the rocks, make an interesting slurping sound. Yeah, public lake owned by the city of Gainesville. And I've never canoed around it before. I'm gonna start doing it. That's something I'm gonna start doing because I rode my bike yesterday, went 35 miles, and I'm a little sore. My legs are sore from that, but my upper body can use a workout. So it's an off day as far as cycling goes, but it could be an on day for canoeing. So that's what it is today. Interesting. What is this? Some kind of I don't know. I like it though. It looks like it's pretty neat. Coots. Those ducks, that duck that just flew off is called a coot. C-O-O-T. Nice pontoon boat. That development going on the other side of the lake is not accessible from Moss Lake Road that we came in on. You've got to take another split in the road way back closer to Gainesville and come around from behind to get to those houses, unless you can somehow access a boat from Moss Lake Road on this side of the lake and then go across to your house over there. But I've come down that road on my bicycle and come down the boat ramp over, I guess over there, and it's a nice area that's developing. It's just hard to get to. You can't get to it without a boat from Moss Lake Road on this side of the lake. It's hard to go around. There's no road that just goes entirely around Moss Lake. So there are accessibility issues for certain parts of the lake when it comes to shoreline properties for development. Yeah, I love these boat docks. They look like they'd be fun places to just hang out, you know, like on a back porch, but I'm not sure many people do that other than to, I don't think they use it for much other than boat storage, but who knows? I'm sure everybody's different. I'm gonna paddle up to these two geese, these wild Canadian geese right here on the shore. See how close we can get to them. They are big. There are about 12 different subspecies of Canadian goose. And this looks like the biggest one of all, called the giant Canada goose. In the 60s, they believe these geese, these big ones like this, were extinct. And then they found a population of them somewhere, I think in Minnesota, and started a breeding program to save these giant Canada geese. And now they're everywhere. But that's what they are, giant Canada geese. A pair of them. Maybe they're gonna lay eggs and have a nest with babies. It is spring. March 20th, 2024 right now. I think I'm gonna go under this bridge here. There are electric lines, so I'm gonna get ducked down a little bit, try to avoid these electric lines. Here we are. Okay, we made it. Just trying to stay close to the shore. There's another pair of Canadian geese. They're all pairing up. They're probably about to start laying eggs and sitting on nests, and then you'll have little baby Canadian geese here in about a month or two, which is neat. Neat that they're breeding in Gainesville instead of, you know, way up north in the Arctic, which I think is what most of them do. You go much further north to, or in northern states, to have their, they fly down here for the winter, you know, south, but then they fly back in the spring, which these, maybe they're not gonna do that. They might be pairing up and then gonna fly back, but I think they're gonna make their nests right here along the lake. Okay, we're gonna go under this bridge. Another bridge to go under. We got that electrical, these electrical cords, so. All right. What do we have kind of a little cove here. There's a sign up there. I'm gonna go up there close enough to read that sign. Nice and calm right here in this cove. Such a steep decline or incline up to that house. Look at those stairs. Wow. Really got an elevation change. They've got a canoe way up there too. That'd be a chore, hauling it up and down. Big old inner tube right there. I think those things can take flight when you pull them fast enough behind a boat. Yeah. Real shallow right here. We could just get out, have ourselves a picnic right here. Not really, it's private property, I think, but I mean, the lake itself is public. Okay, so this sign. Okay, caution water supply line, please steer clear. Okay, water supply line. We got somebody gardening up there. Nice little bitty house, and they are working on their flower bed. Okay, so we're gonna turn around, get on out of this cove, and continue around the lake. Continue exploring. Exploring the shores of Moss Lake. Man, this is such a great workout. I'm still sore from the day before yesterday when I canoed down the Red River against that flow and against that wind for about 2 miles, and then turned around, came back to the I-35 bridge. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having a stronger upper body as a result of my canoeing. And it's just fun to explore, y'all. I'm an explorer. My friends all know that I like to explore new places and see new things. And I like to explore the same places and see how they change with time. I'm gonna hug the seawall, the lake wall. Right across there is that boat ramp, or it's a ramp that leads down. We're probably gonna end up over there. I'll explain it to you a little better, but I rode down it on my bicycle once and was able to ride up out of there without having to get off my bike and walk, and that was really a tough hill to climb on a bicycle. Very steep ramp down to the lake. Oh, I forgot. Once again, I forgot to turn on my Strava GPS, so I'm gonna do that here in a second. I wanted to track my distance and average time, but I've already gone a significant distance, so no time like the present though. I can start it now, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Now that I got turned around, while I was trying to start my GPS tracking, I'm going to turn back around and we're going to continue on. Looks like an old chicken coop right there. No chickens in it though. All right, real close to the shore right now. Gonna go between these trees right here. Stumps below the water. You can tell a beaver chewed this tree off at some point. Well, no, I don't know for sure. It looks kind of like it did, the way the break has happened. It looks like it was intentional beaver teeth markings. Yeah, we've got quite a ways to go. I'm interested to see what things look like over there. There's no housing. It doesn't look like. Probably gets real shallow, but it might be kind of a swampy area where we can paddle between the trees. Probably go all the way over there and see. Another cove right here. I'm gonna paddle across this cove right over to there, to that other dock. Oh yeah, that's such a great workout. These long strokes with the canoe. I'm getting a lot of pull, making the abdominal muscles, arms, back muscles. Oh, it's really getting them stronger. Working them out. Yeah, this must be pretty shallow. Well, I can't feel the bottom, but there are trees popping up over here. I don't think boats generally, at least they don't go very fast over here. You can hit a tree stump pretty easily. Now this, you know, obviously the canoe, you don't have a motor. It's with one person sitting in the middle, I'm only sinking like an inch and a half, so I can get into places that nobody else can. And over tree stumps, the normal boats would just hit and get damaged on. Turtle jumped off that little tree stump into the water just a while ago. Yeah, a lot of the shoreline is still wild and undeveloped, especially on that side. So eventually, I'm sure they're going to build a road that goes all the way around the lake, but that is not how it goes at the moment. I don't know if we've got houses around this bend or not. We'll find out soon enough. Got an old gate. a fence. So there may be, yeah, there's a fence line right there. So this is probably cattle property. Yeah, we're in an undeveloped section of the lake now. Real shallow right here. I can see the bottom on both sides. There's logs and debris. Organic debris, natural stuff that will decay, but I bet there's some good fishing around here. Got another fence that just goes into the lake. Where does it end? I don't know. We just don't want to hit the top of a T-post that's just not exposed but right below the surface. So I'm gonna get out here around the fence a few yards and then continue along that shoreline. Since it's so shallow right here, I just touched the bottom with my oar, with my paddle. And so I can be out here in the middle, and if I tip over, I can just stand up. So I'm gonna stay. I'm not gonna worry about the fact that I've drifted so far from the shoreline. Oh, did y'all see that fish? There was a fish right there that jumped up. Looked like a big largemouth bass. another fence that runs into the lake to contend with. You can see it sticking up right over there, so we're going to go around it too and go all the way over there to the end of this part of the lake. Those geese. Yeah, I see that goose. He's honking loud. Is he warning me not to come over there? I know Canadian geese can be pretty violent when they attack. If that's a male protecting his female's nest, then if we paddle too close to that area, we could get flogged by those wings. But I do have a paddle, so I've got some form of defense out here. That sounds like an eagle. That's what it might be. I don't know. I really wasn't paying attention to that sound right as we were going by there, but I think there could be an eagle up in that tree. But we're going to continue on and continue going around the lake. I don't want to go back over there to look for sure today. See a turtle on a log over there. Let's see how close we can get to him before he jumps into the water. He's right there on that log, kind of on this end of the log. Oh, there he goes. Red-eared slider. Man, it's real shallow right here. Touching the bottom. Right there. So we've made it about as far on this end of the lake as we can go. So we're gonna head back along this side and then maybe cut back across. I'd hate to do that, get so far out in the middle of the lake. But we might do it. I'll put my life vest on if we do, make sure I'm ready. Tie my leg peg to the canoe so if we flip over it won't sink. So I'll make sure we're safe. But I gotta keep paddling to get us over there. Paddling a little bit into the wind now. I guess we did have a slight tailwind component. The wind has kind of changed. It was coming out of the west more, now it's more coming out of the south. Now this is a pretty picture right here. We've got a white crane standing on this log, on this tree, fallen tree. I'm gonna get as close to it as I can before it flies away. With the GoPro, you can't zoom in like my naked eyes can, but if I can get close enough, you can get an idea of how pretty this bird is sitting on this tree. There he goes. When I'm moving directly towards him with the canoe, I look a lot smaller than I would if he was looking at me from a profile sideways view of the canoe. I'm real low. Oh, he's still scared though. There you go. Oh, there's the goose, the Canadian goose. Let's see, what is he doing? Is he gonna get territorial with me? He might. I want to get close, get a look at him though, if he'll let us. He or she. Man, it is very shallow. We can handle it though. Hey there, mister. Hey there, Mr. Goose. Oh, I heard another goose behind us. So that may be exact. He may be luring us away from a nest. And so I'm gonna see if I can see the nest. If that's in fact what it is. We can go down this little channel to that tree stump. So that's what I'm gonna do. There is more water back behind the tree stump. I don't think we can access that. I heard a honk. Look at that old tree stump. It may be under the bushes right along the bank right here, or it could be somewhere over there. You know, I might be able to get right through there. Let's see if we can do that. No, that is not gonna happen for us. So I'm gonna back out of here. Hard to go backwards. Gotta get the front end pointed right in the right direction. Okay, here we go. All right, we're out of there. I think there was probably a mother goose sitting on eggs somewhere in there, but she probably hunkered down and stayed quiet. So I couldn't find her. She's probably somewhere right around where I was. But her camouflage was so good. And we didn't find her. She's good for her clutch of eggs, that she's got those skills. Natural skills to protect them from predators. I'm gonna have a look at this capsized boat. Yeah, there's some more geese over there, a pair of them. But yeah, this boat, I thought from the other side that it might be aluminum, but it's looking like it's got a fiberglass hull with some holes in it, which is why I'm sure nobody's made an attempt to save it. It's just garbage. Oh, going over a pretty big log right here. Bam, touched it. Oh, it always amazes me how I just glide right over that stuff. But yeah, that boat, it doesn't have anything going for it. Anything good going for it. Look at the pretty flowers in that forest. Those trees they're starting to bloom and the leaves are starting to come out. It's pretty. Oh, hit the log. Just glided off of it, but touched it. Oh man. I like how somebody made a wood duck house right there and put it on the tree. That's what it looks like to me. Alright, we're leaving that whole wild area right there that's real shallow behind and coming back into some developed real estate here. Got a nice big new house up there, it looks like. So we'll just have a look at that too as we hug the shore. Big old pile of firewood right there. Somebody saved it, you know, you can tell they cleared out all that area, saved a bunch of firewood, but now it's rotting, so they didn't end up actually even using that firewood. Oh, so we got some people up here. Some men up here working. It looks like on a dock. We will talk to them and see. Ooh, I see some deer. On the side of that hill, there are 3 deer running along. Those guys don't even see them. They are, oh, there's a 4th one up there, halfway between the bottom of the hill and the house up there, or the house. So one of the deer took off, it's going back that way. 2 of them. Two of them went back that way. 2 of them continued that way. I see them continuing to run right there. There they go. Out of view now. You guys doing all right this morning?
Yes, sir. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Looks like you're having more fun than we are.
Yeah, I'm getting a workout, but it's fun. I just saw there were 4 deer that went sprinting across there right behind you while I was paddling up. They ran from over there to over there, and then 2 of them took back. They stopped right there and then ran back. So, yeah, I'm enjoying the wildlife, seeing the wildlife. And,
how long you been out this morning?
I started over there at that public beach. I guess over there. I don't know. I haven't looked at my watch.
A good while.
Yeah. So just staying close to the shore, but I may cut across the lake. It was windy, choppier earlier, so yeah. I may cut across and just hope no speedboaters come along and tip me over with their wake, you know.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah. So are y'all surveying?
Yes, sir.
Somebody gonna build, or they?
They're gonna finish building that mess up there.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it looks, I think the only way you can access that house is from the other road that runs parallel to Moss Lake Road, right? Where it splits off?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they're ever gonna build a road that goes around the lake to where...
I don't know. I've often wondered if they were gonna put one over there, but this creek goes so far up that
yeah.
they'll have to go a long way that way to be able to cross it and come back.
Yeah, okay.
Now, 35, 6 years ago, I surveyed a bunch of land on that side over there that they were going to develop, but never did.
Okay.
And then my mother used to live out here in the 80s and 90s.
All right.
Till 2005.
Yeah.
So I know this lake.
All right. Well, I don't know it that well, but I am from Gainesville, and I've decided to start getting into canoeing more. So
yeah.
Decided to, yeah. This is actually the first time I've tried going around. I'm not going to go around the whole thing, but
no, it would take you a while.
Yeah. So, how many miles is it around this lake, around the perimeter? I thought you might. I wouldn't ask most people, but since you're surveying.
I could figure it, but I haven't. So.
Yeah, it's
a long way.
Yeah, it is. All right, well, I will let y'all get back to your work. It's good talking to you. Y'all have a good rest of your morning.
Yeah, have fun.
All right, thank you. Wow. Nice new boat dock. They haven't really even used it yet, I don't think. They're still building the house up there. It is kind of a mess. I mean, it's a nice house, but what he's talking about being a mess is all those pallets and boards just strewn all over the side of the hill. They're clearly still, it's still a construction work in progress. I'll show you what I mean. See, there's just pallets and boards laying on the side of that hill, tumbled down or got tossed down as they're working on the building project. Yep. Believe it or not, my butt is actually hurting more from sitting on it in this canoe than it does when I ride my bike, because I've got, you know, I'm riding, I've got, everything's moving, and I don't like, feel like I'm losing blood flow to an area. But sitting on my butt, even on the towel, the cushion, yeah, it starts to get sore. I gotta resituate it quite a bit. I'll get used to it though. Two boat docks at this house. This is the second one. Pretty much brand new and apparently unused so far. But yeah, there's that house. Nice, real nice view. Let me know if you know who owns that house. I'd be interested to know. Comment below. Of course, I'm not going to leave the comment in my video because I want to know, but I don't necessarily want everyone to know who owns that house till the end of time. Lot number 2. All today. Oh no! Going towards this tree here. I'm gonna go on this side of it. Now we're getting here to this boat ramp, this road that leads up there, which I accessed on my bicycle one day, rode it down here, and climbing up that hill, it's gravel, climbing up this road to the top of the hill on my bike was really a serious workout when you consider that it was like a 50-mile bicycle ride, and that was just a little part of it. It was an intense part of it, I'll say that. But this is a boat ramp. It comes right down to the water and continues on into the water. Nice concrete launch site for your boat right here, if you can pull it up that hill. It doesn't look that steep from here, but it feels steep on a bicycle. that's a nice seawall right there. Lake wall, whatever you call it, water break. It's a big wall. It looks good. It looks good. A swimming pool with a waterfall up there. A waterfall in the swimming pool. Nice manicured yard. Nice lawn. Boy, what a chore to mow that lawn. So uneven, the ground. But they keep it nice looking. Pontoon boat with a big motor. Looks like there might be a pontoon in the center. Yeah, 3 pontoons. Interesting. Used to only seeing 1 pontoon. Yeah, all these houses on this side are very new development. Very new development. I would think because of the difficult access, it's probably, you know, the properties might be a little cheaper, but I don't know. They're probably, in today's market, they're probably as expensive as anything else. So you can see where they can park their jet skis. Got those wheels. They just ride up into there, and those wheels carry it into, they carry them into their spot. Okay, so it looks like this is the last house. Well, maybe not. No, it's the last house until we go around this bend, and there's probably another one. But we're gonna go to that point up there, and then I'm probably gonna go across the lake. But we'll see when I get there. I may keep going, turn right for a while. Yeah, we got more, another house, at least one right over there. Ooh, we don't want to run into the wall. Yeah, nice little cove right here. Several houses, well, at least one over there that I didn't expect. So here come the doggies. The great thing about that is, you know, when I hear dogs barking on my bicycle, I'm like, oh no, I gotta fight off these dogs. But they ain't coming out in the water, ladies and gentlemen. And if they do, they're in a lot more trouble than I am. Doggies. sold. This property is sold right here. Another lot right there is sold. So yeah, these are all lots that are going to get developed. Nice places for houses, really. It's just the access issue. You can't drive over there and end up over here without going all the way almost back to Gainesville and then coming back on that fork on that other road. So, I know I've mentioned that, but not everybody watches my entire videos, so I'm going to reiterate that right now. For those who didn't watch me say it before. One of those nesting boxes fell off the tree. It's right there. A wood duck nesting box, I believe is what it is. All right, so I see my truck across the lake, and I'm gonna go across the lake. I'm not gonna go back the same way I came. It's just at what point, when will I do that? I haven't decided yet. I'm going to put on my life vest and tie my leg peg to the canoe before I do that, just in the event that I tip over, I don't lose my leg peg or my life. I want to be able to swim pretty easy. I know I can swim great, but it's always easier with a life vest on. I can't really float that great, you know. I'm so muscular that compared to the average person, I'm gonna sink a lot more easily because I just don't have that body fat to float. So that life vest is really a good thing to have. This is interesting. Lot number 9. There's quite a bit of, you know, these huge boulders. You see a big boulder that's fallen. It's sitting there. Several boulders, and I don't know, you'd have to have some serious equipment and abilities to build a house right there, but I don't know, maybe they'll do it on top of the cliff, but I wouldn't want to do that. I'd be afraid somebody would fall off the cliff. They'll have to reshape that area, I think. Do quite a bit of landscape work. All those rocks are good rattlesnake habitat. And this whole area is known for having rattlesnakes. So the rocks give them a place to hide. Somebody is building themselves a wall right here. Big log underwater. That cliff is really pretty. It's so steep. Hate to fall off that. You'd fall to your death for sure, or really get hurt right there falling off that cliff. See how steep it is? It's just really steep. It looks pretty neat from across the lake, but right here it's nice to get to see it up close finally. I've always looked at it from the other side of the lake and thought, wow, that looks like a big cliff. Yeah, it's pretty big. Lot number 12, man, it would have been it'd be a real chore just to get to that point on foot to put up that sign. I would love to see how they did that. Probably used a ladder from right here or rappelled down the cliff. Okay, I need to start thinking about getting across this lake, so I'm going to get my leg peg situated. I'm going to tie it onto this boat so that it doesn't, if I tip over, I don't lose it, the leg peg, because it is expensive, or it's hard to make. You know, I made it, it's worth a lot to me, and I'm going to just make sure that I don't lose it. All right, it is secure. Put on my life jacket, my life vest. Okay, guys, I'm gonna turn this boat around and we're gonna go across this deep lake to my truck that's over there. And so we're just gonna make a straight shot to my truck. And we've explored this part of the lake. For today, we'll explore another part on another day. But yeah, we explored everything over there. And so that's the Gainesville public beach. Went over there, back all the way around to here. Much more of the lake to explore over there. I think on another day I'll just canoe right across this stretch and then continue on that way. So let's go back to my truck through the deeper waters. It's a little choppy. Hopefully we don't have some boat come speeding by, because that will make it difficult for me not to capsize. But I am sitting in the bottom of the boat, and so that stabilizes me a lot more than if I was up on one of these seats right here. Get across this lake as fast as I can. Gotta really paddle hard to do that. Yeah, still got more distance in front of us than we do behind us to get to that shore. Kind of right in the middle of it right now. or we're approaching the middle of this section of the lake. Making it. Whew. So see y'all how I secured this leg to the boat by tying this string to it. So if I tip over, if the leg tries to sink, it'll be secured with that string. Now I'm starting to get sideways. Stop paddling for just a little while and end up getting sideways out in the middle of a lake. Okay, we're gonna keep paddling. It's not too bad. Today the wind speed, the high, is predicted to be 10 miles an hour, which is about what it is now, I think. Yeah, we're making progress, making good progress. All right, we are approaching the beach. We just finished exploring that whole northern quadrant of the lake. And so now we're gonna put this boat on the beach, get out and go home. Enjoy the rest of the day. All right. There we are. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We explored the northern quadrant of Moss Lake, just outside of Gainesville, Texas, owned by the city of Gainesville, built, I don't know what year, but as a water supply, a backup water supply for the city, out of a tributary into the Red River. This creek that is dammed up that they made Moss Lake out of is called Fish Creek. So I'm gonna load up my canoe here and we're gonna get on out of here. Thanks for joining me today. March 20th, 2024. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.